Yeah, you probably can't see me. Hell, you wouldn't want to see me right now. 12:18 in the morning. I can't sleep. I got one arm on my glasses. I'm on my way to property 8, the new property that we started yesterday. Because my new guy, my all-star, my rock star, Boston, didn't complete that unit last night at 9 o'clock at night. Now, mind you, I had already paid him $300 for the day. I wanted to make sure that I got him paid before I fell asleep. And that's always a risk. Hey, you pay guys. Do you really know these guys? Can you really count on these guys? Anyway, shortly after I paid him, probably 30 minutes after I paid him, he would text me telling me, hey, I need 2 hours in the morning to finish that unit. When the unit should have been done yesterday. There's no excuse for that. And it was doable. One guy, it was definitely doable, especially considering I helped you spray it. You know, look, it's a one color unit. Semi-gloss and flat. That was it, a one color unit. Hey, I need 2 hours to get the unit done. I said, well, what's left to do? He said, the master bathroom and the trim. And I said, holy shit. What the hell did you do after I left? Because between the time that I left and the time that you texted me, you know, we're talking at least 2.5 hours. You should have easily had it all done. So it makes me question what he did after I left. Makes me question what time he actually left. And it's one of, you know, a couple of things that irritates the shit out of me. And the next thing, obviously, is my money. All the money that's owed to me. And the fact that today I basically got to go to property 3 and say, hey, you know, fuck you at this point. Because the way you've been carrying me is fuck me. Joe, what are you doing? It's midnight. Your glasses are falling off your face. You're looking freaking manic, and I know I am. I gotta go get the units done. Especially this unit being our brand new property. I don't know, I got no idea what kind of condition this unit was in. I just gotta go get the unit done. He told me he needed more semi-gloss. The semi-gloss was all gunked up. Well, let's go see what condition this unit was left in. All right, I'm over here at this unit. And so this wall, I mean, I don't even know what to make of it. Had a lot of issues with this. This was a wall that was orange that we sprayed with the semi-gloss and then went over it with the flat. But for whatever reason, just had a lot of tough times with that drying. Floors, all overspray everywhere. All right, so this bathroom still needs to be painted. That's old paint, what you're seeing right there, that hasn't been cut in. It looks like he painted this at least a little bit, because this was all messed up down here. So I don't know what happened here, why he didn't finish this. This looks like shit. Had a lot of separation of paint. Yeah, just real bad. Okay, better yet, I'm seeing something here. So I can see where he painted it. It's like he started painting it maybe and just said, fuck that. Spots. For whatever reason, we're not messing with that. Just not messing with that. They told us that they would get that. Here's another. I painted this room. This is still wet. This paint has just been real funny about drying. I mean, it's like, look at that. I don't know why. Spots bleeding back through. Bleeding back through a little bit. I see a spot down there. Yeah, this is a unit from hell, to be honest. And it shouldn't even be this bad, to be honest. This is just a one color unit. So the trim still needs to get hit. The doors have been done. We blasted the doors. Did that first when we got in here. He did take all the tape off. Floors need to be cleaned. I got a rag on the ground. And I'm cleaning up paint. Lots and lots and lots of paint. It's almost basically like the entire floor has overspray on it. And that's no over exaggeration either. So as I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself and remembering the last thing that my guy Boston told me as I was leaving at about 6:30 last night, almost 7 o'clock. He said, I'm getting ready to clean up the floor so that I can run trim. And he never cleaned up the floor. He never ran trim. I've ran probably about a third of the trim before my paint was really starting to gunk up. They use something called super paint here. I'm not a fan of it, but it's also probably not a fair assessment. Super paint is probably awesome, but they gave us like a beat 5. So there's probably only like 2.5 gallons in that 5, maybe a half of a 5. But God knows how old that 5 was. It had plenty of gunked up shit in it. It's an overspray. All overspray. All over here. So as we got to the bottom of that 5, it was really shit paint. That's a pretty good effort right there. All right, so I cleaned up a bunch of overspray. There's still overspray right there, but I can't fuck with it because my trim's wet. Overspray right there. So I've ran from under there all the way around there, all the way around here. All trim in that closet, behind the refrigerator. Hit this island. Yeah. And did this hallway. Even started coming in here. I think I got to right back there is where I stopped at before I was out of paint. And yeah. I still got some paint though. And then I've got flat as well, so there's some flat work that I can do. This is a area of much concern. So this wall was orange. We hit it with semi-gloss first as a primer coat, but I guess it took way too long to dry. And then we went ahead and we sprayed it with flat, which was an absolute mistake in these areas. Because now that shit definitely ain't drying. I've got that much semi-gloss left, and I can at least get the trim in this unit done. And I hate doing it just because I've paid a guy to do it. And I'm like, what am I doing? Joe, what are you doing? This bathroom still needs to be painted. This was old painter work, you know, where they just rolled it up and didn't even cut it in. That's not on us. That's been like that. All right, well, continue on. 2:30 in the morning, I'm leaving from that unit. And the thinking on it, nowhere near done. Still a mess. And the thinking on it is, man, fuck that unit, to be honest. Fuck that unit. Fuck that unit, fuck that property. I don't care. I need to stop caring. Will Boston be back? Jesus Christ. Will Boston be back? I guess I got freaking rain on my sensor or some shit. Will Boston be back tomorrow? I don't know. But if he is, he's working for free tomorrow. He's gonna finish that fucking unit by himself, and I don't care if it takes him all damn day. You won't get paid for that. That's if he's back tomorrow. He could just bail and say, fuck this. Because guys are real fucking flaky and sketchy. People are. If that happens, I'll either get Bo and his girl over to finish the unit, which there's not much left to do. Paint the bathroom, finish the trim, clean them damn floors, load the unit out. The property knew that that unit was a fucking mess. They knew that that unit was going to take some extra work. And if they aren't happy with it, hey, fuck it. I'd like to say we did the best that we could in that unit, but we definitely didn't, because I wasn't in there for most of it. And I was relying on a guy to get it done that didn't do that. We will just cross this bridge tomorrow. It's like I said, it's 2:30. I'll get home by 3. I'll be asleep by 3:30. I'll be up by 6:30, and then be right back on the grind for tomorrow. I mean, what am I talking about today? Because it's already 2:30 in the morning. Let me at least try to go get a little bit of sleep. And not sure what all that's about. I got a tire fault center. I got tire fault sensor, oil change required. My backup sensor's fucking not working. Truck's falling apart. All right, Wednesday morning, 6:42 in the morning. I got to go to Lowe's. I have got to get some supplies. I need some new brushes because all of my brushes have disappeared. I was telling the guy Boston yesterday, I probably have bought 100 paint brushes in 3 months and ain't got a fucking paintbrush to show for. Also need some cleaning supplies to get the unit clean that I was at last night at midnight. Not happy with things, but whatever. I'm gonna try to make today a better day than yesterday, and that is probably not even gonna be possible. I don't know how it's gonna be possible, considering I gotta go figure out where the hell my money's at. I just sent a bunch of invoices in this morning. It's Wednesday. I usually try to have those invoices in by Monday morning. That's on me that those invoices aren't getting in till right now, but I'm overworked and underpaid right this second, and it's just a lot of things to be doing. A lot of things to be doing. I'm gonna go put this check in the bank, however, the one that I did get from yesterday, which is just a $2,500 check from Property 2. Property 2 is usually paying me on time, but I think I had mentioned even their check was late. All the checks are late right this second, and I really need some answers, especially from Property 3. Somebody make me understand what the hell is going on with these checks. All right. Living in the truck. What a mess. How sad it is that the truck is the mess that it is. Sorry. All right. So I didn't even get a chance to share with you guys about the new guys from yesterday, how that all worked out. There was a new guy named Motorcycle, nicknamed Motorcycle. He showed up on his little Dumb and Dumber type of scooter, even though I think it was like a 150cc scooter or some shit like that. He worked on motorcycles. He didn't make it. I told him, I'm not gonna say I fired him because I'm not firing him. He would ask me at the end of the day when I was dropping him off back at his motorcycle / scooter if I needed him tomorrow, and I said no. And that was the end of the conversation. There was no rebuttal. There was no, hey man, he worked 10 hours yesterday. Well, he was here for 10 hours yesterday, and he made $160. He was making far too much money at $16 an hour than he was worth. And I had him doing bathrooms and kitchens with Donald, and he did a shitty job of that. He was rolling and not cutting in and trying to get away with basically touching up the bathrooms and kitchens, and that's not what we were doing. And then when it came to him doing trim, he was really spot painting trim, and he really wasn't even doing that well. So all of the trim ended up needing to be hit. So I paid him for nothing yesterday. And then there was the other new guy, Stonerville, who, you know, one of the things I asked for is no drugs, no drama, and transportation. Have your own fucking transportation, which this guy would tell me that he did. He would end up getting dropped off yesterday by his grandfather. And at 7:30 at night, I'm having to drive this guy home because he has no ride. So on the ride home, I was telling him that I don't really need him. He was too slow, and he was just too slow. And I didn't really see what he did yesterday. And in fact, he was working with Bo and Bo's girl, and he didn't seem to be helping that situation at all. So while telling him that I wasn't going to be needing him anymore in a nice enough way, he would ask me for another chance. He says, hey, look, you know, I'm not that slow. He said I was just doing what they were asking me to do. And I said, you know, fair enough, I wasn't there. And the transportation was really my biggest issue. He said, hey, I'll figure it out. Moving forward, I'll figure it out. So I'm going to have him first thing this morning. Boston, if and when he shows up, because he comes from pretty far away, you know, he owes me, especially considering my day is going to have to begin at the unit that I was at last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm so pissed off at that dude for not getting that job done. There's no excuse for that at all. I don't care that the paint was some shit. It was some shit. But you could have at least cleaned that place up. You could have done more. You could have really showed me that you tried to get it done, that you did the most that you could, and you really didn't. You got to keep in mind, I paid that guy $300 to do that unit, and mind you, I helped him. I sprayed both bedrooms, and then obviously all the work that I did in there last night. I'm gonna have Stonerville meet me at that property first thing this morning. I'm going to Lowe's. I'm gonna grab paintbrushes, sponges, cleaning products. And I'm gonna go clean the fuck out of that place. Have Stonerville help me. We did have a unit that was on the schedule get postponed. It was on the schedule for today. We only had 2 units going today. So now it looks like we only have 1. But there was a unit from yesterday that didn't go. That was at property 2. Sort of looked like somebody was living in there. They said they needed to find out what was going on with that. They never got back to me. I'm sure I'll be getting bitched at today for that unit not being done. And then there's 1 unit going at property 3 where I'm ready to just buck on all work for them, ready to just say I'm not doing any more work for you until you get me paid, and you need to get me paid now. I need a check fucking now. Today, tomorrow. I need to know that a check is on the way. I swear to God, I'm gonna try to make today a better day. Some kind of a way. It's gotta be a better day. If anything, at least the rain is supposed to stop today. Today is supposed to be the end of the rain. Let me get what I need out of Lowe's, and I'll share with you guys in a little bit. Good morning to you, happy Wednesday. I certainly hope y'all are having a better week than I am. I haven't had any videos. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of police right there too. Just chilling. Just chilling. I haven't had a very good of a week, and haven't even been able to get any videos up. So 7:30 in the morning, down on my hands and fucking knees, scrubbing. It is overspray city in here, and gotta get that going. So the unit's not completed. Maintenance guy will be here probably a little bit before 8. He's gonna come right over here, and he's gonna see this unit ain't done. Now, the only good thing I can say is we need the paint, we need more semi-gloss, and he knew this unit was a mess in terms of coming back and having to do touch-up. So at least there is that, but still the overspray is pretty bad. I still got 2 other units I gotta go check on from yesterday before I can even think about what we're doing today. Oh shit, I forgot to tell you. The guy that I had to give a ride home to yesterday, I told him I didn't need him anymore yesterday. And he was like, hey man, can you just give me another chance? I'll show you this and that. And I was like, you know what man, I can respect you asking me for another chance. So for that, I'll do that. I'll give you another chance. And tell me why. He hits me up this morning saying, hey, I can't make it. My ride. I need to get my ride situation straight. You stupid fuck. Is what I feel like. I just didn't say anything in response. I kind of wanted to say, hey, you remember how I didn't tell you were fired yesterday? Well, you're fucking fired today. Yeah, you are. I asked you on the phone if you had your own transportation. Not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend.
Not your grandpa, a fucking car that you get in and you drive yourself is how I have to actually start asking that question moving forward. So, just to reiterate, we are talking about a vehicle that you drive yourself, correct? What, are you talking to me like I'm retarded? I just told you I drive. Shows up on a fucking bus pass. That's how it would be. That is how it would be. You may ask yourself, Joe, why are you going up and beyond here? You was here at midnight. You couldn't sleep. You barely got any sleep after you got home. Why? Why are you going up and beyond for this one? And the reason for that is because it's our first fucking unit at this property. Yeah, it is. And if we don't look like fucking the Craigslist painters here, well, I don't know what does.
All right, 8:20 in the morning. Spent some time scrubbing the floors quite a bit. Had to message the maintenance supervisor here and tell him, hey, look, I need some more Cineglass paint to get this unit done. And he came over here, and he was pretty understanding about the fact that the unit's not done. You know, another major issue that we had in here yesterday was the paint not drying. In fact, it's still not dry right here, and in some spots it's not dry. And he said, you know, with the weather and being as moist as it is, all the moisture in the air, he said that probably could be a major part of it. And I said, man, I didn't even think about that. I said, but you're probably right. He was not impressed, nor did he seem too pressed about the fact that the unit wasn't done. This unit was a mess. I mean, there were holes all in the walls. There were marks all in the wall. That wall was orange. This wall was black on the island. You know, I had to paint all of that. The trim was black down there. Somebody had lived in this unit for 8 years. So he said, hey, look, I'll just get my guys in here this afternoon after lunch. And I said, dude, thank you. In other news, Boston is almost here. And as soon as he gets here, hey, buddy, old pal. God, it's so good to see you. Get this fucking unit done. Clean it. Fucking get it spotless. Get it spotless. Because I'm so fucking pissed off about this. You know, and we don't even need to tell them that, you know, I was here at midnight, scrambling, trying to see what condition you left this in and the hideous condition that you did leave this in, and how I was here at 7:45 this morning on my hands and fucking knees, scrubbing the floors like fucking Cinderella. There's no need for it. There's no need. Just say, hey, glad to see you. Yep, got in here a little early and started getting it knocked out. So here's the brush, here's the baton, take over, pal. Anyways, I need him to hurry up and get here because as soon as he gets here, like I said, I gotta go check on other units. I've heard from nobody this morning. Donald, I told him, hey, look, 9:30 today. Milton, have not heard from him. And Bo and his girl tried to call them. And of course, they're not answering, they're asleep. So let me continue doing some touch-ups. And once dude gets here, we'll go check on these other units, especially the unit that Bo and his girl were doing yesterday that I was losing my shit behind. 8:44 in the morning, leaving from the unit. Boston showed up. I did tell him, yeah, I've been in here since 12:30 last night. I didn't tell him I left and came back, but it doesn't matter. He says, hey, I hope you don't think I left you hanging. Well, what the fuck do you think I think? You know, I just ran out of gas. That's not got shit to do with the fact that I paid you to get the job done. And it doesn't look like you really did much of anything after I left, but that's not needing to be addressed right this second. Oh, he's there. He's working on the unit. He will get that unit done. Now I get to go rush to property 1 and see what that looks like. I got to go load out everything from there. And hope that is, oh God, I hope that's the way it needs to be. We'll see. So anyways, let's go to property 1 and see how the unit that Bo and his girl did. I'm sure it looks fine. I'm just paranoid this morning, Joe. You're just paranoid. It's gonna be a good day. Got paint in my hair. All right, so Bo hit me up. So I just had to do a bunch of touch-ups in the unit that he was doing from yesterday. Like I said, F unit all day long. I went and emptied out the unit that Milton did yesterday. Milton and Donald should be here this morning. Donald may or may not have just responded to my ad on Craigslist. I checked the phone number and it wasn't Donald's number, but Donald does have a couple of phones. So I don't know how he could be upset or looking for more work when he just made $275 for yesterday. But maybe he is. Who knows? All right, let's go see the unit that he did yesterday and see how that came out. What the fuck is that noise? How long has that been going off? God, I bet that's been annoying all night. Is there another one? Yeah. Shit. It's like they're talking to each other. Oh my God, that's annoying. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, this one ain't going on. Now it's this one. It's not that one. Where the fuck is it? Oh my God. It's like it's right here. Shut the fuck up. Damn. That's annoying. God, if that was going off all night, I feel sorry for those neighbors. All right, so Donald finished this unit last night, and he did a phenomenal fucking job. Look at that. Hell yeah, Donald, thank you, man. Thank you. Awesome, awesome job. Oh, man. So mind you, when Donald was doing this unit, the guy that I got rid of was in here dicking around with trim, not doing a good job with the trim, light miss right there, but shit, I don't even care. I don't even care. So bump the wall there, and all right, what if, hypothetically speaking, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, And I got 1 unit going at property 3. I got the renovation unit where there was the hole in the ceiling. I think I showed you guys that. And the no running water where they shitted up the toilet. Did I tell you all about that? I've got that unit getting finished up right now with 2 guys who really ain't no painters. It is so easy to tell who can paint, who paints, and who don't paint. Had a talk with Bo this morning. Everything's fine. Just need to tighten up a little bit. I had a maintenance. Oh, I knew you were going to do that. I had a maintenance supervisor tell me, and this stuck with me. He said, you know, painters are a funny bunch. He's like, you always got to keep up on them. He's like, because they'll do good for a little while and then they'll fall off. And you got to just talk with them. Hey, man, you just tighten up. And that's what I kind of feel like I got to do. That's a very valid statement right there and a very valid way of looking at things. So that's what I did with Bo. And hopefully today's going to be a great day with that. I got Donald and Milton on a unit. I got 2 new guys today. Did I tell you about the 2 new guys from yesterday who didn't make it? The one guy who didn't have transportation and who I had to drive home yesterday after he told me he had transportation and who I fired on the ride home. I said, hey, look, man, I can be an asshole, so here goes. You're fucking done. Not really. I didn't do it like that. But anyways, he begged me to give him another, not begged me, but he was like, hey, man, you know, if you give me another chance, I'll show you. And he did show me this morning at 7 o'clock this morning when he texted me and said, hey, man, I got to get my rod straightened out. And that was that. So they're both gone. But I got 2 new guys right now and not very experienced. No experience really at all. One guy's rolling. The other guy is cutting in, and the other guy's cutting in with the brush like that. But they're working. And they're in a unit that they really can't fuck up. So we'll call that the training unit. I also had a conversation with property 3 this morning, and it's a conversation that's not easy to have, where you basically got to go in there and say, hey, look, I am tired of whatever's going on with my money. What the fuck is going on? And are we going to get this shit straight? I don't want to hear that my shit has been processed. I want to hear that my checks are on the way, and I need to know today. And if nothing gets resolved today, we're not painting no more. And you're lucky. I actually said this. I said, you know, you're really lucky that I'm even going to paint today. But I don't want to leave you hanging, and I don't want to feel like this is y'all's fault. It's not y'all's fault. It's whatever going on in Congress or at the corporate, should we say. Anyways, you know, I would hear from the maintenance supervisor that the boss was like, well, he needs to just be uploaded. Whoa, hey, this is my fault. Don't make me feel like that. I swear to God, I'll pull every fucking paintbrush off that property. You know what happens if I don't paint? They have to paint. Because they ain't going to get nobody else to go in there and paint. They're going to paint. Maybe that's what they want to do. I don't like being $40,000 in the hole and 15 of that delinquent. I don't like that. But anyways, hopefully that gets squared away. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. And we'll just figure it out from there. So I'm on my way to go to property 8 because I got no idea what's going on over there. I had to leave Boston over there first thing this morning, and I didn't have time to fucking dick around with that. Been up since 12:30. You know, it's been a real rough morning for me, to say the least. I tried to call him, he didn't answer. I hope that means he's on his hands and knees fucking scrubbing overspray, getting that trim done. He may have bailed though. I've got no idea. He may have said, you know what? Fuck this. And I truly hope that he didn't do that. It's already lunchtime and he's worked for a half a day for free. I hope he knows that. And if anything, I got to go pick up the paint sprayer and all of the materials from over there and take them to Bo. Bo and his girl are at property 2. They're going to be doing a unit over there. And that's all we've got going on right this second. So, will the unit at property 8 be done? Will the 2 new guys from today work out? Will Boston work out or still be there? A lot of Wilbys and no Wilburs. I'm also hungry, thirsty, running on a half a cup of coffee. I could use some nourishment, but we ain't got time for that. Let's go get all the materials, check on property 8 and see what the fuck's going on, and carry on. Shit, I don't know what time it is, 4:30 in the afternoon. And, oh, shut the fuck up, dog. 4:30 in the afternoon. Hear that beeping? That's another unit that's been going off for days. Okay, hey, welcome back to No Waterville over here. So, let me take a little breather real quick. All right, it's 4:30 in the afternoon and I'm getting rid of, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. And I'm getting rid of my 2 new guys for today. I'm not gonna fire them. I mean, they showed up and they tried to work, and they were nice enough guys. But for the love of God, they ain't no painters. And sometimes, you know, hell is paved. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, that's a good way to put what we got going on in here. So how do I even share with you like how all of this went today? Well, when they showed up, they saw the swirl pattern in the wall. This was the first red flag. And as I'm explaining to them, this is what we're painting. They said, okay, quick question. How do we do that? How do we do that on the wall? I said, what you talking about, Cletus? You're gonna take a paintbrush or a roller and you're gonna put the paint on the wall. They said, no, the pattern. How do we paint that pattern? I said, holy shit. Is that how we're gonna start this off? Okay. And then, oh yeah, we've brushed and cut and rolled before, yes sir. And I mean, they're very polite. Yes sir, we've brushed and cut and rolled. Proficient at that. Are you now? Are you? Because wait till you see this Michelangelo painting on my ceilings here. Watch this. Bing. Oh, you've cut in before? Y'all have painted before? Oh, okay. No shit? Wow. I said, hey, don't bump the ceiling with the roller. I think that was too much pressure for them. Because sure as shit, they bumped the fuck. I think it's almost like they did it on purpose. Yeah, man. This is the worst that I've ever seen. Who the fuck did that? Oh, God. Yeah. So anyways, they got to go. 4.5 hours. They got to go. There was a package that was delivered to this unit. I was going to turn the camera around and show you me kicking the joint. Boom. But that would have been wrong. It ain't doing that. Whew. Plastic. Need it up here. 4:55 in the afternoon. And I just came to the realization, like, why fucking even bother? Right? Take a little plastic. Wrap up the 18-inch roller. Fuck all that. I had already sent those 2 guys up out of here. Nice enough fellers, but just not painters. And just not painters. How do we make the swirl pattern in the wall? Are you kidding me? Anyways. It's my own damn fault. I said, hey, look, feel free to ask me any question that you want to. I've always been curious in this unit about that one lone crock just sitting up in here. I know it's got a story to tell, and I just wish I knew it. All right, how many days have I been working on this unit? Probably almost a week now, and it's still not done. Still got to do a second coat of paint on the bathrooms and kitchen and closet, the laundry area. And then tighten up the ceilings and then run the trim. And I actually started running the trim. I made it that far, just that far. Right there, I did 2 windowsills. And then I came and I hit around that. And I stopped right there. And then I got all up there. And I was thinking to myself, one, there's no light in here. There's no running water in here. And it is, I just feel like it ain't even worth it. I went and I had a conversation with the office today, the boss, and you know, as much as I can keep saying, where is my money? Can you find out? Can we find out? And I said, hey, can we please try to find something out by the end of the day? Because if we don't, you know, I can't guarantee that I'm gonna keep painting. There's 3 invoices that are overdue, well overdue. And, you know, you get paid every 2 weeks. You want your paycheck. Well, are you gonna work if you don't get your paycheck? Fuck no. My guys aren't gonna work if I don't pay them. So where the fuck is my money, you know? And I tried to have that conversation in a nice enough way. And now I feel like you just think that, well, you just think that I'm gonna not paint. And to be completely honest with you, I got plenty of other properties to go paint. All this damn money I didn't invoiced over here. Can't even imagine, out of $40,000 out in money waiting to come back in, at least 15 or 20,000 or probably about 15,000 of that is this property here. And 10,000 of that about is late. So I'm going home is where I'm going with it. Fuck this. I'm going home and I don't care about this unit. The cleaner came in here earlier thinking they were going to clean. Like, what are you going to clean, right? This unit is under construction, you dumb motherfucker. And it's not their fault. It's their boss's fault, who is my competition, kind of. And, you know, he don't give a fuck. Matter of fact, he sent them back in here. They were nice enough. And, you know, I didn't say anything rude to them. I was very nice to them. But he sent them back in here. They were on the phone, I'm guessing with him. And they said, hey, do you know when the person's supposed to move into this unit? And I just said, this is a down unit. This is a unit that ain't nobody moving into this. Not anytime soon, they ain't. They ain't even got this thing put back together. Dishwasher still ain't. They got a hole in the roof, right? A whole hole in the roof. Anyway, they don't give a fuck about this unit. I really don't. And I'm starting to really not give a fuck about this property neither. So for that, I'm going home. And that's where I'm going to wrap this up at. Share more tomorrow. And hopefully, sooner than later, be able to get a video out to you guys.